Taurus, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while and I hope that everybody's well. I hope they are well, pushing through, taking those deep breaths, taking breaks when you need to, getting enough rest, enough sleep, hydrating, getting sunshine when you can, all this good stuff. Happy solar return as well. It's y'all season, Taurus season. So I wish y'all a most beautiful, infinitely blissful new year. This will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, rising signs. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your message. And that's all well and good. All right. It's not your message this time around. Take notes, take deep breaths. It's either or it's not. So don't force it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am Simone, the Moon Goddess. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's get into your messages. I call upon the Most High. I call upon my spirit guides to assist me in these messages, in these readings. And as always, only messages they need to know that support their highest good, that support their expansion, their elevation, their growth, their healing. May all messages be for the highest good of all involved with harm to none. Ashe, amen, so it is. All right, let's go, Taurus. They said let's go when they cut the deck in half. Here's the Chariot. Now, if you're new, if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm checking to make sure that the video is still running. My camera has been giving me a bit of trouble. So that's what that's about, all right? So let's get into it. Spirit guides. What's the messages for Taurus for the month of May? Make it nice and clear that they're able to receive the message. Can I have 3 cards to start? It's only 2. Give me 1 more card for Taurus, please. And for those, any Taurians, who are patrons, I want to thank you for supporting me. And if you're interested in supporting this channel in another way, you can go ahead and become a patron. My details are down below. And as always, if you want to connect with me, if you are divinely guided to connect with me for a reading, my details are also down below. All right. So let's get into it. First card, Taurus, is the 8 of Swords. Actually, no. All right, so let me explain why I said that. These 2 cards came out together, the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. All right. Normally I would have gone with the 8 of Swords first, but for some reason I spread it out like this. So I'm going to go with my instinct, my instinctual movement. All right. Forgive me if I'm all over the place. I feel so rusty doing this for YouTube. All right, so actually, let me do this. So that's the signal, the start of the reading, and I will do that at the end to close off. All right, so first card is the Ace of Swords. You have the 8 of Swords, Ace and the 8 of Swords. And then you have the 8 of Wands, and it came out reverse. Did a whole dance, flipped over, and it came out reverse. Okay, so 2 8s. You can think of it in terms of like an infinity symbol. It's almost like yin and yang with 2 8s. Even though one is up and one is down, but that's how I see it. So whatever you need to say, you need to face it. There's something that I feel like you want to say, Taurus, about whatever. Now, this is a general reading. You will know what I'm talking about. There's something I feel like you need to say. And you feel trapped by the idea of it, or it's more scary in your mind than it is to actually do it. But whatever it is that you need to say or express, you have to, because it's stagnating you. All right, there's a stagnation here happening because you kind of like dancing around the situation, whatever that is. Let's see, top of the deck is a 5 of Wands. You've got the 2 of Swords. So communication is a massive thing here for you. Right, we're in Mercury retrograde. Is that what that is? We're in Mercury retrograde. And I think it's in Aquarius. I haven't been checking my astro as much as I used to. Hang on, let me just double check what's happening here. So we are currently, today is the 7th, I think. Time has been very trippy these days, right? So forgive me if I'm not even aware what day it is. All right, so Mercury is in Gemini. Aquarius. Wow, so off. Mercury is in Gemini. And it does not appear to be in retrograde yet. Pluto is in retrograde, that's it. Pluto is in retrograde. I see a lot of communication here for you though, Taurus, for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about. But I feel as if whatever has you feeling torn is what's creating a stagnation for you. That's why things aren't moving forward. You could potentially be the one holding the power because there's something you need to express. I feel as if there's a sense of pretending, or a sense of maybe keeping yourself small in order to keep the peace or maintain the peace, or to fit into a group, a peer group. Maybe it's work. I feel that you have strong opinions on something, and for some reason it's stuck here, or you just don't want to express it. Now, if you are having trouble with your throat, maybe your throat chakra needs some balancing. If you find that you're having a lot of sore throats, if you find you're having a lot of neck pain, sinus issues, those could be signs of a blocked throat chakra. For some of you, it might be that you might be talking a bit too much. It's not necessarily coming from a truth. I feel like it's a sense of imposter syndrome. Is that what it is? That you feel as if you are pretending in some way, that when you open your mouth, you're pretending. At the heart of the matter is the Tower. So something is about to change here, and it's down to you to either take the step to do it, or the universe will step in. Also, for some of you, again, watch your mouth, because your mouth might get you in trouble. All right, your mouth might be what gets you in trouble. Mercury's in Gemini. That makes so much sense right now. So that's like double Mercury energy. Gemini, that's a twin. Maybe it's that one minute you say something, the next minute you say something else, or somebody that you're dealing with is behaving this way. There's going to be some kind of change though, whether that's like your guide stepping in and creating a break, it's a washing away. I always like to mention that the Tower traditionally is with these, it's a tower, a burning tower, and people like jumping out of the tower. Now this particular tower is all water. So for me, when I see this, and I like to say to people, the Tower does not have to be doom and gloom. The Tower can be, yes, finally a breakthrough, or yes, finally I can speak, I can release, there's something that's stuck in my throat, I can get it out. Or yes, finally tears, I can cry it out, I can cleanse it, I can wash it away. There's a change that's coming here that might have you feeling as if you are, or a change has already happened. Maybe that's what that is. A change has already happened, and it has you feeling stuck between two minds. But until you make that decision, this 8 of Wands reverse, the energy won't move forward. It could also be that you're in a place of stagnation. It's not necessarily that you're in stagnation. It could be for some of you that your spirit guides, your guides have kind of put a halt on things. Your ancestors, whoever you connect to, the Most High has put a halt on things in order for you to make a clear decision, in order for you to see outside of whatever it is that's happening. I feel like until you remove yourself from whatever this is, this sense of being trapped by something, your mind, you won't be able to see clearly. It's like right now there might be rose tinted glasses on. And it's crazy because right now we got the moon at the bottom, right? So that was under your 2 of Swords. So it's that you can't see clearly. You can't see clearly what's up ahead. But something's about to change because you got the death card under the moon. So some kind of illusion might fall away. You might see something, see a person or a situation for what it is exactly. And you will be able to create that death. You'll be able to create that release so that you can call in something new. And when this death comes, all right, there's some kind of offer that's going to make you emotionally happy. All right, or your mind might just be clearer, your intuition might be clear. So it might be a sense of detoxing. You might need to detox yourself. You might need to detox your timeline, detox your social media, detox your phone. You might need a spiritual bath. You might need to be in sunshine. You might need to, again, drink lots of water. There's something that you need to do, some cleansing that has to happen so that you can clearly receive the messages from your spirit guides, from the Most High, from your higher self, so you can make the necessary decisions. Also, I feel like with this Ace of Swords, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. How are you holding back yourself by not expressing how you truly feel, or what you truly desire, what you truly need to thrive? And there's no imposter syndrome here. You got to know, we have to know for ourselves who we are, right? I recently had a situation. Okay, so for example, I recently had a situation where it really made me question this work that I do. It really made me question this work. It made me really question, is it divine? Is it divine work? Right? Even though I know there's so many signs that this is what I'm supposed to do, that this is my purpose. But I questioned it. So no imposter syndrome. We got to know who we are. The only way the world can know who we are is if we know who we are. Let's get a word of advice for you. Wowie, you got the Lovers. Ha! This is funny. This is hilarious to me. Now, this is Gemini. I just mentioned to you that Mercury is in Gemini. And here we are talking about making some kind of decision in order to break through wherever you feel stagnant. You have this Two of Swords here. Communicate swords. I don't know if I mentioned, for those who aren't familiar with tarot, swords are connected to thoughts, words, expression, decisions, focus, mind, logic. That type of energy is air. Okay, so here you have the Lovers, Gemini's card, which is traditionally could be about a decision, making an ethical decision, making a decision that supports you and your highest good. I just said to you, in order for the world to know who you are, you have to know who you are. I have to know who I am, right? So when I see this Lovers card, it always makes me think about meeting yourself, meeting your divine feminine, meeting your sacred masculine. We all have that energy within us, meeting our balance, meeting our highest, meeting our yin and our yang. It's not necessarily always about another person. So for some of you, whatever needs to be said could be the catalyst for you coming together with another person. You know, you see the sun. So it's an illumination happening. And right now you got the Ace of Wands, which is new life, spring energy, blossoms growing on trees. Right? The death happened when you express whatever, or you allow something to fall away, or you see something for what it is. A coming together happens, whether that's with another person or within yourself. Give me one more card for their word of advice. Spirit guides. The Star. Wow. These cards are amazing. Aquarius energy now. So 2 air signs. So there's all of this air energy. Masculine energy. 2 major cards, the Lovers and the Star. In order for the world to know who you are, the Star, rather, in order for the world to know who you are, you have to know who you are. You have to meet yourself fully. And then shine. After the darkness comes the dawn. The only way is through. So how are you going to shine? How are you going to shine, my loves? And here's another major card, the Emperor at the bottom. So talking about mastering your domain, talking about really stepping into yourself fully, without apology, without doubt, without people's opinions are might not be opinion, might be fact. They might be speaking truth. Whatever they're speaking is truth, but does it really apply to you, or are you triggered because subconsciously you felt as if you were doing something wrong? This is something that I recently went through, and I'm a Taurus moon, so this is why I'm applying my situation to y'all. Give me their final outcome, please. All right, so you have the Queen of Cups. She fell out on a side, not upright, not reverse. Give me one more card. Thank you. The Chariot. No, it is so crazy. I don't know if I mentioned earlier when I was talking to you, when I was shuffling, I said something about movement and the Chariot showed up. I don't even remember if I mentioned it to you, but here it is again. Queen of Cups. So many chills right now. So many chills. Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Flowing, the allowing, the accepting. There's that movement. There is that movement. Remember, your Eight of Wands is reversed. Eight of Wands could be about traveling, moving, change, and it was reversed. There was a potential blockage, potentially connected to a decision. And when you heal, when you release, when you let all of this wash away from you and you feel balance in your emotions and your intuition, you can trust yourself and know that you are not an imposter. The movement happens full steam ahead. Change. You're moving in the right direction now. Sometimes too things these things happen as tests. So you talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? And as soon as, I don't want to say the devil, but as soon as the test, you're tested, somebody whispers something in your ear and it triggers you, what are you going to do? Sometimes that's all this is all about, right? Because right now you got the Page of Pentacles. So the change happens and an offer comes through. You speak your truth. You express yourself how you are here to express yourself. You clear your throat chakra, or you hear somebody else's truth. You have that conversation, however this resonates. And now all of a sudden, pay attention. Now all of a sudden, there's an offer coming in. There's something here to be offered, whether from somebody else or an opportunity shows up. Or you feel creative again. However, right? I'm going to get one moon card for you. I cut the deck and luck is on your side was the first card that showed up for me. That showed up when I looked for the cards. Okay, give me one card for Taurus. All right, so it says take time to breathe out. All right, disseminating moon. And it came out reverse. So I wonder if you've had enough time to take time to breathe out. Or maybe it's just that in order for you to say, take them deep breaths, put on your big person panties or whatever underwear, and do what you need to do. All right, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So that's the strongest, most powerful vibration. And always, first thing first is love for self. It's not about being selfish, selfful. Right? Selfful. You got to fill your cup. Look at her. You gotta fill your cup. A time for healing at the top. All right. And prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. We got a new moon, and so today's the 7th that I'm recording this. We have a new moon in Taurus on the 11th, and here we have prosperity lies ahead. And at the bottom you had your Page of Pentacles, right? Pentacles, this money, materials. No, this is nuts, because when it was first off camera and I was going through, making sure my mic was working, making sure everything was all right, the sound was good, I shuffled that, I put it on the floor, I picked it up, and this card flew out. And I said, oh, okay, so they're working on something. They're working on something. I just happened to cut the deck, and here it is again, the 8 of Pentacles. So you go from a page, so potentially what's coming in is an opportunity to build your business, or opportunities, or your energy just feels good, so you are able to get back to work, get back to things, get back into the flow. Definitely messages coming through for me as well, right? You got the World at the top right now, so it's all about divine timing. Sometimes it's not necessarily about us, sometimes it's down to timing, everything lining up. All right, so Taurus, that's your message for me. Drop a comment and let me know. If you've not subscribed to the channel. It's fun over here. You could check my Patreon for new moon and full moon readings. I'm going to be putting a little more, and love readings I post on there as well. And I want to do a little more on my Patreon, but it's a great way for you if you want to support the channel. And yeah, all right, so let me close off. That's the end of your reading. Thanks for being here. Until next time, my loves. Bye.